In Monster Hunter 1, you moved with your left stick and you attacked with your right stick, and it was slow and methodical. And if you did not, like, you drew your weapon with like triangle, but you didn't attack with it. If you swung your sword, you waited until you lifted it back out of the ground, then maybe you could roll a couple seconds later. Creatures were slow. You were slow. Combat was horrible. The hitboxes were horrible. You'd have an enemy do a hip check like this, and you're over here, and you got hit anyway. It was really bad. But I think as the generations progressed, they introduced more weapons. As technology advanced, they were able to make the monsters do more and make us do more. So we got more agency over what we were able to do. And I think the combat got faster, which made us enjoy the game more. Right? Nowadays, if you were handed a game and you were very slow, I don't think you would enjoy it. Like The Witcher. I think The Witcher 1 was a terrible game, but The Witcher 3 was a very good game. And people who liked The Witcher played them all, and I think the natural progression was great. Same thing with Monster Hunter. The combat has just developed to a point, like if you play Wilds now, or you see gameplay of Wilds, it looks very fast. It looks very fluid. And I think every generation they try something new. And in World, there was a clutch claw system where you had to tenderize weak spots, and basically you drove your weapon to the side of the monster, and for a few minutes it would be a weak spot to deal extra damage. And people were not very happy with that because you did it not necessarily using your weapon. Like, you drove this claw attachment from your arm into the monster, and then you could jump on it. And as long as it wasn't doing an attack, you could weaken the spot. But if it was flailing its head and you jumped onto the head, you'd be knocked off and you'd take damage, and now you're CC'd. Not a very nice system because you're breaking your... Like, imagine you're playing Final Fantasy XIV, and then every minute in combat you have a QTE. Would you feel like that was disruptive? Or like if you're in Mario and you're in the middle of a platform, and as you're wall jumping halfway up, it stops you and it has you type in like Luigi's Great or something. It's kind of like that, and it's annoying. And then in Monster Hunter Rise, they added wire bugs, which allowed you to whip around, and it became very, very fast. And some people were fans of it. I was. Some people were not fans of it. You also had a mount system with your Palamute, which is a dog that you get to mount now and get around the combat pass, like around the map. And that was released for the Switch. You also used to go into combat, you'd have like one inventory block of space, and then that was all you could carry in the hunt. And then in World, they made it a little bit better. You'd carry more items, but you might have to go back to your tent. But like before that, you didn't resupply. You had what you had. And now in Wilds, you like bring a second weapon with you. You can open up a pouch on your Sacred. Your handler NPC will just drop extra stuff off with you. Your friends can hand you stuff. It's really, really cool. It's convenient. So I think to answer your question about what makes it so successful and like what has made it last over the years is they actually had an interview recently. And they said themselves, we stay in our lane and we actually don't look at the competition in our genre. We just keep doing our thing.